Hello and welcome on Watches TV, and today is a rather special video for me, quite a symbolic one, because as you've noticed, it seems that we've produced a little bit less videos over the last few months, and this is for a good reason. I'm very occupied on something, but we'll know a little bit more about this. So very, like I said, symbolically, I'm handing the mic to Lara, passing from being an interviewer to an interviewee. Lara, it's all yours.
Thank you very much. I'm truly honored. As we all know, this was the first YouTube channel dedicated to the watch industry, so you're quite a tough act to follow. So thank you.
It's gonna be fine, and yeah, it's already 15 years that we've been doing that, so we're moving on a little bit with our mission. And the best way to illustrate this, I think, is that let's go for a little walk.
Oh, I'm looking forward to discovering it. So, where are we?
Well, we're in the center of Geneva, the center of the city. As you saw, just 2 minutes away from our office space. And this used to be a bank. This used to be actually a district where they had a lot of banks and lawyers and so forth, and they all moved out of the city, so this building became available.
Available for?
Dun,
dun, dun.
Yeah, we're working on a really ambitious project of actually setting a museum, and it's not every day that you work on such type of projects. And it's just a follow-up on what we've started with Horopedia. So Horopedia is a project that was in my head for a long time, but formally started in 2023, so we just celebrated our 3rd anniversary. And the initial goal was really to build a tool that helps document all the trades, all the savoir-faire indispensable for the world of watchmaking. So the goal was indeed to create basically an encyclopedia, an online encyclopedia. But at one point I said, well, maybe this is not enough. We need to go a little bit further and actually embody this encyclopedia through a museum.
So, I mean, if we look at it, it's quite the building. And in a city like Geneva, I'm guessing that you've had to collaborate with local authorities or maybe big, actors in the culture industry within Geneva.
Yeah, well, it all started a bit more than 2 years ago, where I was sitting at kind of a gala dinner for the Société Suisse de Chronométrie with the person responsible for the collections of the Musée d'Art et d'Histoire of Geneva, and those collections are huge, but they're unfortunately hidden for more than 20 years following a very traumatic burglary that happened. And from that point, all these collections, they were stored in safes, and it was from people from the watchmaking community, we all felt a bit sad, that all those treasures couldn't be seen by the public. So I talked to that person, asked where they were standing with these collections. I said, well, it's not moving that much. I said, okay, I put myself a challenge. I'll do whatever it takes to get these collections out to the public eye again.
That's very exciting. I cannot wait to discover it. But I think we get a glimpse from the inside. So,
yes.
Am I going to be the first official visitor of the
You're maybe
Musée
not the
d'Art
first official,
Culturel?
but you're the very important visitor for sure. Let's go.
Well, we'll take you along.
So welcome.
Thank you. I mean, it's no secret that this building is absolutely stunning. And as all great stories, all the best stories, it's, I believe, structured in a trilogy. So with 3 stories or 3 floors that all represent a different intention and will just embrace the different aspects of watchmaking. But maybe you'd like to introduce a little bit about the history of the building itself?
Yeah, sure. I mean, this building is, again, it's perfect for the story that we want to tell, because this year it's celebrating its 150th anniversary. So we're opening the new chapter of this building's life.
And it's a good echo to the 15th
that
anniversary
is true. That
of
is true. There's
Horopedia.
something strange with these 1/5s. Yeah, that's for sure.
It's all meant to be.
It's all meant to be. No, but you're right. There has been an alignment of things, you know, to make this project possible. Well, there's kind of a good karma, I would say, around this, the good timing. You know, it's like with the encyclopedia, for instance. I mean, I wanted to do something like that from the very start at Watches TV 15 years ago. And I didn't have the time or the resources to make it happen, but I knew that documenting things through video was obviously helpful, and making like a glossary was, but I couldn't make it happen. And fortunately enough, you know, that was the case, because it helped me mature the project and come with what we're doing today. So everything, you know, yeah, they take their time, but they have their sense. There's some meaning in that. And today, even though this is an incredible project, I mean, it's tough, it's big, it's ambitious, but I feel pretty at peace, I would say, while carrying something like that. You know, it's like I mentioned before, I mean, it's not every day that you open a museum. I don't necessarily understand yet the full scope of what we're doing in a certain way, the impact I would, but at the same time I know it's right, you know, so that's what was meant to be. But yeah, no, the building, what is important, like I was saying about the history and the message that we want to convey, is that it comes from somewhere. Okay, you feel this patrimonial dimension with this building. And this is what we're saying about watchmaking. It comes from somewhere, you know?
Yeah.
But it lives now in its present, and the story is not yet finished. So having a building like this, which has this historical dimension to it, and being able to will have something very modern inside, very interactive, and having this dialectic between modern and new and future, I think is interesting, because this is all about watchmaking. It's not, the story is not yet ended. You know, there's so many chapters to be still written. And so I like this, again, this dichotomy. So this will be the main entrance hall. It used to be obviously the bank tellers of the place, but it has been closed down. Now we will reopen things, so it will regain its initial function, basically. And the ground floor is one that is really focused on presenting the different schools, the different professions that lead to a career in watchmaking. And this floor will be open to the public all the time. We'll have a little cafe, we'll have a boutique, we'll have a documentation center. And the goal is, this place is called La Maison des Arts et de la Culture Horlogère. And this word maison is important because it's an open house. You know, we want to make this, we want to animate this place as much as possible, on top of obviously the permanent exhibitions that will be held here. So yeah, this ground floor is, I mean, it's going to be like a welcoming floor.
So we're on the first floor, and as I understood, there's an intention that really takes life at each of these floors. What's the intention here?
Okay, well, the goal is to have, like, we're offering a structured voyage, a structured journey, one that has some kind of logic in it. But at the same time, each room can be viewed completely independently from one another. So we'll have like kind of a mix of a thematic approach, a didactic, exhibition approach. And actually, this is the first room where people will obviously start their journey, hopefully. And the goal with this room is we want people to understand why it makes tic-tac. You know, we want them from the start to understand the very essence of watchmaking. Why does it work? You know? And we'll do so with very simple analogies, with a physical demonstrator, with digital tables, also interactive screens and so forth. So it's going to be really a mix. We want people to be able to understand by themselves. You know, hopefully we want them to have all this kind of little eureka moment and say, oh, I understand it, because I'm completely convinced that by doing so, people will understand better, obviously, but remember more importantly, and they'll be able to share this also with their friends and so forth. In the next room, we'll understand better all the different professions. Again, I mean, a watch is 50 different professions. Some people say more, some people say less, but I mean, it's many, many people that are involved behind a watch. We always focus often on the watchmaker itself, but that's just a little part in the value chain. You know? So the people need to understand this.
But so here you'd be solely dedicated on the construction of the watch itself, right? Because we of course know that within our industry, once the watch exists, there's also, I mean, a billion jobs that exist, but including ours.
Yeah, true.
But here you're focusing mainly on the bringing the watch to life.
Absolutely,
correctly?
yeah, absolutely. And again, showcasing the various methods that enable you to accomplish your objective, meaning that you can do things with a very artisanal way, you can do it with a semi-industrial way, a full industrial way, and those methods, or sometimes even a bit super high-tech, you know, and all those methods are fine. There's not one that is necessarily better than the other. It's just they serve different purposes, but ultimately they produce more or less the same component, you know. It's just that, okay, well, it will take less time, more time, there's more added value in the component, more finishing, thing like that. But ultimately, it's important to be holistic in having people understand indeed the various methods of achieving that. The evolution of professions also, you know, the evolution of machines that enable to make this possible, you know. So be, again, as transparent as possible through the experience that is going to be offered here. Something that is really important for me and for all the people working on the project is really to have an impact on kids. You know? We want kids to come out of this place saying, wow, this is cool. Watchmaking is cool, actually.
You're breaking this barrier of entry into the watchmaking world because like most industries, it's difficult to penetrate an industry that either your parents don't work in or you don't necessarily know a community that is involved within that industry. But here you're creating this place where not only can I learn about watchmaking, but I can learn how I can join the industry, and then I can also meet people that take part or move the industry that I would like to join.
Yeah, no, it's this dimension also is very important for us to be able to, you know, hopefully, you know, create vocations, you know, having kids saying, oh, wow, I want to do this later, you know. But again, there's not only the profession of the watchmaker, there's so many things that are so just as important in the value chain. So to be able to be some kind of eye-opener is a fantastic thing. And that's why, I mean, there's this link with the encyclopedia, okay? So the content of the encyclopedia would obviously nourish the content of the Mac. Yeah, that's the acronym, the Mac. The content of the Mac will also be able to enhance the content of the encyclopedia. Is really the two faces of the same medal, basically. So Horopedia really has two pillars, and they make sense. You know, that's, I think, again, all focused on being, we're an educational tool. As you can see, I mean, the building is going through some serious renovation. They're changing the entire heating and cooling system, and it's real big structural work, and we're going to tear down all the ceilings also. We're going to redo the entire electricity of the building, because, I mean, this project is not, it's a long-term project.
Of course.
So, for instance, regarding the electricity, I mean, they just put stacked layers one on top of the other. And ultimately, I mean, if we did use that, and in 3 years we have an issue, where is it? How can we find it? So we take this opportunity to do things right. It represents, obviously, bigger investments, but in the long term, it will ease and how we're going to be able to use the building.
Doing things right. It's very Swiss, right? Aussi vite que possible, mais aussi lentement que nécessaire.
That is correct.
As fast as possible, as slow as necessary.
That is correct. Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, I mean, this used to be a bank, okay? And so we have actual safes on each floor of the building. And those saves, we want to use them through the journey. People will be able to enter saves, and we'll show some very
quite
incredible
impressive
treasures, of course. Yeah.
You've got to have quite a collection to require a safe this big.
Well, I can imagine there was a lot of gold lingots at one point and these things like that. But yeah, so it's again a testimony of what this building, where it came from, basically, you know, and how we will adapt it. It's going to be cool. It's going to be a cool experience. So here we'll be able to, again, tear down everything. And we'll be able to create a little auditorium because we want to animate debates, conferences. We'll also be able to do demonstrations, for instance, in a nice space. And here we'll be able to host temporary exhibitions.
Right. So now you're all the way up.
Yeah.
You've leveled up to the top.
Exactly.
And you gain access to the space.
Yeah, a special space. This is going to be like a kind of a private club type of thing, you know, for the patrons. The people that support the project, because we need them. I mean, it's very important, and it's a way for, you know, for them to have their special place in a meaningful and substantial building, and it's their house basically. You know, it's thanks to them that all this is possible. So we'll do something a little bit special here, and yeah, no. So it's the building you see is big without being too big, but it's just a fantastic envelope for what we want to do.
Beautiful, and I can't help but see, I think this is the best view of the synagogue, which is one of the oldest buildings in the city. I think you can find maps that show it from centuries ago.
Like I mentioned before, it's a huge project. I mean, it's a multi-dimensional project. We talked about the politics, but now we're talking about architecture, we're talking about scenography, we're talking about the museum aspect itself, you know, the curation of the objects, the insurance, the security that goes along, the staffing of the people. I mean, it's massive, the documentation of all the pieces. It's huge, it's huge. So this is, again, the main reason why you've seen me a little bit less on Watches TV, and this is why we're so happy to welcome Lara taking over most of the interviews to come. You'll see her much more often in the near future, I can guarantee you this. And at the same time, we're ambitious with this project, meaning that in terms of timing, we want to open by the end of the year.
I was going to say, is there a countdown we can set?
Yeah. I mean, there's a theoretical countdown.
Well, you have quite a dedicated audience. I'm sure that anybody who has anything that they really hold close to their heart, they can share and comment it on the video. And I know you read it. I know you're very involved with your audience.
Yeah, well, please, I mean, don't hesitate at all. Yeah. So, well, again, we'll keep you posted. This is a big thing. This is a big thing, but it's nice to be really kind of, you know, driving a project like this one, because you feel the sense of purposefulness of the project itself. And I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about, you know, there needs to be a tool like this one for Geneva, but beyond Geneva, you know, it goes beyond that. We really want to create the absolute benchmark, okay? This is what motivates us and keeps us rather occupied.
Well, congratulations. It really is taking shape, and we can't wait to discover more as it comes to life.
Thank you so much, and again, we'll keep you posted. Thank you, and this time I can say it, but I mean, for a transition purpose, but viva watchmaking and embody watchmaking with a building like this one. Thanks for watching.